Hey all, Trevor here with Ride a Leaf, and today we're going to be taking you guys through our 12 Days of Kushmas for this past week and give you guys a little bit of a heads up as to what we have planned this coming week. Now, with that being said, we're also going to be taking you guys through kind of my first impressions of the CBD Honeysticks from the folks over at True North. These are going to be a potent option for those of you guys who are just looking for a CBD rich experience to add to your tea or even your baked goods if you're using honey as a sweetener. Welcome back, you guys, and like I said in the intro, today we're diving into our 12 Days of Kushmas content. I'm going to wrap up exactly what we covered this past week and give you guys a heads up as to what we have coming this next week, and give you guys my initial experience with the CBD Honeysticks from the folks over at True North. Now, I did crack one of these open and just tried the honey in and of itself. A little bit of a disappointment there, but I think with the integration into like teas or baked goods would absolutely make this a more enjoyable use for sure, because the initial experience that I got through the CBD Honeysticks, because let's just crack this open and show you what I mean, you end up getting a container of these, just nice, ready to use, weighed out. How many are going to be in there? 1 milligram, and it's 2.7 grams of honey you end up getting in total. And overall, it's a really nice amount. Great smelling honey. The taste does end up holding a little bit of that plastic container. I definitely find that I taste a little bit more of that plastic, and it's kind of leached itself into the honey, which is a disappointment. But I'm curious to see if utilizing it as a sweetener for tea, like I've got right here, a little Earl Grey and bergamot tea, that we're going to go ahead and see how it affects this. Usually just end up drinking this black, but we'll see once it cools down a little bit how it's going to taste with this honey. But with that being said, you guys, we're going to quickly wrap up last week's worth of content before we hype up exactly what we have coming for the next 5 days up until Christmas for these 12 Days of Kushmas content. So, on Monday, we had our lemon pound cake one-hitter read review from the folks over at Haven Street. I really enjoyed that genetic. It has some huge leanings and offerings that are similar to a lemon Thai based experience, and I'm a major fan of that lemon Thai high and the flavor that it has to offer. Both of those usually are a great 1-2 punch, and the overall potency and flavor that the lemon pound cake has to offer, I am very impressed, and I absolutely enjoyed smoking that review, and I've enjoyed smoking that ounce from the review until today. We're almost done, and I gotta save a little bit for Kelton to try out in our garage sesh this coming week, because he didn't get a chance to try it out this past week. Now, on Tuesday, the missus has made her return to the channel with our holiday special. We've got the fruity festivities this week around before she comes back Tuesday for another round of edibles. But the fruity festivities, we broke down the apple frap, not the apple frap, the apple nano shot. That was very interesting, and it tasted really nice with that apple cider sugar mix that you can get. It really just added that kind of Jolly Ranchers green apple candy kind of tartness and sweet to an already sweet and sugared drink that those apple ciders offer up. Really enjoyable experience there, and I would say that in agreement with the missus that the spinach based gummies were the best edibles on that review side of things. Now, this coming Tuesday, we've got the baked goods, so it's a little bit of a different approach. I'm still looking forward to seeing what you guys would have to have your top pick for the edible you want to try out, because the fruity festivities, I would definitely say that apple nano shot drink and the gummies are where you want to go and spend your money. But with that being said, we have the indica 20+% review from the folks over at Weed Me. Now, this is going to be a pre-milled 14-gram flower. So that's going to be already ground up, ready for you guys to roll, pre-milled. There's a bunch of different names for it. They all mean the same thing. You open the container, all you got to do is either pack your bowl or roll up your joint because you don't have to grind it. Great overall experience on the high. I would say that the flavor's light because I get like hints and tones of the vanilla-esque flavor, but nothing super potent or absolutely mouth-coating. It's just there. It's present. Now, with that being said, I'm quite impressed for $70 for the 14 grams, how potent the experience is, because every time I pack up a bowl, I get a nice and heavy pink kush effect. Now, with that being said, it's not super flavorful or really exciting enough to make me want to pack up bowls of that over some of the other more flavorful and more intensive experiences that I've come across on the market. But still, it's a good smoke and definitely worth checking out if you guys are just looking for the convenience of a pre-milled half ounce. Now, on Thursday, we had the King of the North 510 vape cartridge. That's going to be the Obama Kush review. I enjoyed the way that cartridge smoked. I would definitely say that the overall quality and the flavor that came off of that would be my preference out of the two options that highest, or not highest in the room, but Hustle and Shake releases with the King of the North and the highest in the room cartridges. You guys, I enjoyed both of them, but that woodsy kind of rich hearty flavor is more so what I really enjoy, and that's where that King of the North cartridge settles in and does quite well. Now, on Friday, we had the first sessions to our Tron's Cron podcast. I really enjoyed sitting down with him and going through that review of our maple syrup versus the molasses-based genetics. We had 6 different flowers that we dove into, 3 different genetics, one having molasses-based sugar waterings and the other one having maple syrup-based sugar waterings. I enjoyed doing the entire length of that protocol grow for the series of content for you guys to enjoy on here, and that sesh with Tron. It was an absolute riot, you guys. I would definitely go and check that out if you guys are looking for something more long form and a little bit more informal on the style of information and just the conversations we're having. But all in all, we had quite a blast on Friday. Now, Saturday, it's a short one, it's a quick one, it's just kind of an introduction as to what we have coming for Christmas Day, and that is our Making the Mix for our Christmas special, and that's just decarb and a little bit of keef before we go ahead and we make a bunch of like edible goodies for you guys to see exactly how I make my homemade edibles, because keef is definitely my preferred method of activating these edibles. I find that the strength is a little bit more what I enjoy, and the flavor doesn't tend to have as much of an effect, and what you do taste is a little bit more of a kind of an almond, nutmeg, spiced kind of experience versus the more potent, powerful flavor that you get with like a flour butter or something along those lines, you guys. Where if I just add the keef in and of itself while I'm making the recipes, I find that the flavor has less of an effect on the overall end product. You guys will get to see exactly what I mean on Christmas Day when we upload the Christmas Day special with those recipes that I'm breaking down, which is going to include banana bread, butter tarts, and some shortbread cookies. But that wraps up this past week's worth of content, you guys. In the first couple of sips I'm getting off of this tea, nothing really potent for flavor coming from the honey. A little bit of a sweetener, but I'm definitely not finding that plastic wrap coating that I did with just the honey by itself. So I wouldn't say that this honey would be great just on a piece of toast with peanut butter, but into teas or into your baking, I could definitely see this being a great option to activate whatever you are making. Now, with that being said, let's go ahead and dive into next week's worth of content in just a second, you guys. Welcome back, you guys, and like I said, we're going to be diving into next week's worth of content. So, we're starting things off with the Tropic Girl Scout Cookies 1 gram pre-rolls from the folks over at General Mission. This is going to be a keef-based infused pre-roll. I'm really intrigued to see how this Tropic Girl Scout Cookies hits, because it was my favorite cartridge by the folks over at General Mission, head and heels above any of the other cartridges I've picked up from them for flavor and for overall experience. It is absolutely a jaw dropper. Now, we're going to go ahead and crack open one of these 1 grams, smoke it through our 3 bongs, and then we're going to just light up that joint. We're essentially, honestly, you guys, I probably can crack open that 1 gram joint, hit all 3 bongs, do a pipe and a vaporizer based run, and I'm thinking about doing it so we have a full herbage scale kind of introduction for these prefabricated infused pre-rolls. I'm intrigued to see what they have to offer. I'm really interested to see if the effects are going to be anything drastic or super enjoyable, and I'm curious to see how a 1 gram joint of it is going to work, because I've heard not great tales of some of these infused pre-rolls not burning the best at the half gram size, let alone the full grammer. So I'm interested to see what it's going to have to offer on Monday, but we'll have to wait and see till then. Now, Tuesday, we've got the baked goods review with the misses, like I was letting you guys know. That's coming out. We're going to be diving into the Frap Nano Shot this time. And then we've got a couple of other chocolates that I'm looking forward to see what the missus has to say about. I honestly think that the Back 40 S'mores is going to be my favorite, just because of the quality of the chocolate on the other edibles that I've had a chance to try out. We've got the eggnog one as well that we're diving into this week. So we'll got a lot of chocolate to match up with that Frap Nano Shot for you guys to enjoy on Tuesday. Then Wednesday, we'll have another 15 gram review, this time in full bud form. We've got the Dosey Do Lemon G from the folks over at Bold. Honestly, I haven't had a chance to try much from Bold, and I'm really intrigued to be introducing them to the channel to you guys with this Dosey Do Lemon G. I'm a huge fan and a huge proponent of the Dosey Do based genetics, so the Dosey Do and Lemon G cross really has me intrigued, and I'm hoping that we get that kind of chocolate chip cookie dough push for the flavor, because if that's what comes through, I'm going to be absolutely in love with this genetic. Now, on Thursday, we're changing things up a little bit. Instead of doing just that Melon Monroe review, we ended up getting the Banana Cabana disposable in the shop as well from Kazoo. So we're going to be comparing the Banana Cabana and the Melon Monroe disposables, seeing how the function, seeing how the overall quality of the oil is, and then you guys, that Thursday afternoon, we'll be reviewing the full cart. But we're going to save that for our standard weekly wrap-up a little later this afternoon. For our 12 Days of Kushmas, we're going to be having the battle of the disposables. I'm really intrigued to see whether the Banana Cabana or the Melon Monroe picks my interest in the disposable side more, because the Banana Cabana has some potential, but having tried the Melon Monroe before, I know what level they have to try and beat. So it'll be interesting, and all in all, we're going to end up with at least one great experience with the Melon Monroe, and potentially two with that Banana Cabana. That name is going to stutter and screw me up consistently through that review, you guys. But on Friday, we will have the second part to Tron's Crons series, which is going to be our our Christmas Eve special. I'm thinking the next video already, you guys. Friday, we got Tron's Cron Sessions, which is going to be the Christmas Eve special. We smoked the best of the genetics I sent his way, the Yeti Gas, the Miss Glues, and a little bit of that Bubba Kush 2.5. And we had some commentary from the missus near the end that makes for a very fun hour and roughly 45 minutes worth of content for you guys to sit down and enjoy. I really, really do have fun sitting down with Tron and having these sessions recorded for you guys. And like we said at the end of that one, we do have something planned for you coming towards the new year. We're just really waiting on Canada Post. When stuff gets here, then we'll sit down, record it, and have it planned for you guys to enjoy. But with that being said, that's our Christmas Eve content before the big day on 25th. We'll be diving into the Christmas Day special. That's going to include the baking of those edibles, you guys. I'm really looking forward to giving you guys kind of a breakdown of the process that I do to make these yearly edibles that I do make. And I've been enjoying the outcome of that banana bread quite a bit, so that's why it's a staple. The other two, well, I tend to cycle out the recipes to try something new every year. Butter tarts and the shortbread cookies are what I have in mind this year. But with that being said, you guys, that's it. We're gonna go ahead, wrap this video up. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I know I definitely enjoyed this past week worth of Kushmas content. The standard content, I wouldn't say the weed reviews impressed me quite as much as I would have liked them to, but either way, it was a good time, and I'm definitely looking forward to getting this started. Which of this past week's videos were your favorite, and what of this coming week are you most looking forward to? I'm excited to see that and hear what you guys have to say. But with that, let's go ahead and wrap this video up. I hope you enjoyed. I'm going to see you guys in a little bit when we wrap up our standard content and give you guys a heads up as to what's coming at the 4:15 time slot on our channel next week. But with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one. If you want to subscribe, hover over the logo, click that bell notification after you do subscribe so that you can be notified anytime one of these videos go live. Now, down below, we have two videos for you. One's the most recommended, the other one's the most recently uploaded. Please click on either of those or anything else I have to offer on the right of leaf. But for now, you guys, cheers, and I will see you then.